Hi, good morning, children. Welcome to the lecture of mathematics. Today we are going to learn about the reflection, the mirror reflection, which you often see when you are combing your hairs near your mirror. You can see yourself in the mirror, right? Something related to that we are going to learn in the lesson symmetry. So let's move to the lesson. In this lesson, what all we are going to learn? We are going to learn what is reflexive symmetry, what is axis of symmetry, symmetry that can be drawn in capital letters of English alphabets, and some examples as practice set. Now, what is symmetry? Anyone? The quality of being made up of exactly similar parts facing each other or around an axis is called symmetry. Not only that, the images which can be divided into identical halves are called symmetrical. Now, suppose you take a jar, okay, or you take a cup, a small glass. Just try to imagine that you are dividing the glass into two. Both the parts of the glass will be same. Not only that, if you draw a butterfly, if you divide it into two parts from in between, the two parts that come is symmetrical. Now we're going to learn about it in deep. So let's move to it. Reflexive symmetry. A symmetrical figure which gets divided by an axis in the figure into two equal parts which fall exactly on each other is said to have reflexive symmetry. Now here I have given some natural examples. Now if you divide this particular flower from here in this way, okay, what will you see? Both the parts when you join, it will be same. It will fall exactly on each other. This is nothing but reflexive symmetry. Now similarly here also, if I divide it like this and if I fold it, it will fall exactly on the other part, and hence it is known as reflexive symmetry. Now in reflexive symmetry, we have symmetrical figures and asymmetrical figures. What are symmetrical figures? With this axis, this black dotted line, if you fold one part on the other, it will be exactly as it is. Now asymmetrical means if you draw an axis over here, this dotted line, and you fold the other part, it will not be same, and hence it is called as asymmetrical figure. Let us have an activity now. Take a plain sheet of paper, fold it into half, and then draw the dotted line in the middle. Take a paintbrush, dip it in a paint and apply the paint on one side of the paper. Fold the paper, press it gently with your hands, and then open the paper. What you will see? You will see that both the paint appears to be same at equal distance. See the distance from this dotted line to this paint and dotted line to this paint is same, right? Now when from this line the distance of both the images are same on both the sides and even the images look exactly same, hence these are symmetrical figures. Now what is this dotted line? Every time I say dotted line, dotted line. Now what is this? Yes, it's nothing but axis of symmetry. Now again an example. English alphabets are written. Keep it in front of a mirror. What you will see? You will see that its reflection is shown in the mirror, but in the opposite way. Suppose B is facing right, here B is facing left. Here C is facing right and in the mirror C is facing to the left. But it is exactly the similar of it as its reflection. Okay, hence it is known as reflectional symmetry. Now ambulance. You must have seen in the ambulance it is written in this form. Why is it so? Do you know? Yes, right. Now when you are driving in your car and moving ahead, and when an ambulance is there behind you, to know it that it's an ambulance and we need to pave a way, how will you know? In front of on either side of your vehicle you have a mirror kept, and that mirror will help you to read the name of the vehicle. If it is an emergency vehicle like police, ambulance, it is written in this manner, so that when you see from the mirror you can see it in this form. And hence what will you do? You will move to the corner and allow the vehicle to pass by. Hence it is written in this form in the vehicles, in the ambulance vehicle. As I said you before, when you have a reflection in your mirror of anything, make it a please remember it that the distance between you and the distance between the reflection in the mirror is same. There is no difference in it. How much far away you're standing, that distance you can even see inside the mirror. When you're standing next to the mirror, just near it, you can see even in the reflection, the image, the reflection shown is also near. Similarly, I have shown an example over here. See the pot, it is kept at this distance outside the mirror. And see inside the mirror also I can see the ground. The distance is shown over there. How much far is the pot kept? Now similarly, apart from this, as we have in our this lesson, we are going to learn with the alphabets. Now see, C's reflection, when I drew the axis of symmetry, I got the reflection. It's not reflexive, it is reflectional symmetry over here. The just reflection is shown. When it is reflexive, I am drawing in between the alphabets. That I will teach you in the next slide. Similarly, see, an axis is drawn, the opposite part is there, but it is, when I fold it, it is just exactly on each other. Similarly for other alphabets. Now what did we learn from these examples that we had in the previous slides? The image in the mirror appears at the same distance as that of the object and object from the mirror. The distance, as I said, when whatever you're standing is the same in the mirror. The shape and size of the image remains the same. There is no difference. Suppose whatever height and weight you have, same is shown in the mirror. Only the sides are reversed. If suppose you are standing towards right, mirror will show it on the left. The objects and its images are symmetrical with reference to the mirror. The line which divides the figure into two equal parts is known as axis of symmetry. Now keep one thing in mind. When it is only one axis, one dotted line, it is called as axis, A-X-I-S. When it is more than one line, one dotted line in the figure to have symmetry, it is called as axis. That is A-X-E-S. Okay. Now here we have an example. We are drawing the axis of symmetry. Now this is a rectangle. How many axes is shown? One, which divides it into two parts. Then again one over here. Again it divides it into two equal parts. Now here pentagon is shown. Now pentagon has how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sides. So if it has 5 sides, there will be 5 axes of symmetry. See 1, 2, see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Rest are these lines that are drawn below. So each of this axis is dividing it into 5 equal parts. The first one into one part, second one again it is dividing, third one. If I draw if I draw one by one, you can clearly understand in how many parts I can divide this pentagon. Now when I come to hexagon, I have how many sides in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So when I have it on 6 sides, I can divide it into 6 equal parts. That is, I can draw 6 axes of symmetry. See, 1 axis, 2 axis, 3 axis, 4, 5 and 6. Now last it comes to circle. In circle there is no sides, it's circular in shape, spherical in shape. So in circle I can draw infinite number of axes, okay, as much I want. Now here look at these figures and draw the axis of symmetry. It's given x. How many axes? 1, 2, 3 and 4. If you will try this, I will get these parts as symmetrical. If I will divide it from here, I will get this part and the opposite as symmetrical. If I divide it horizontally, I will get above and below as symmetrical. So likewise, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4 axes of symmetry. Now next conical shape. Here I have only one axis of symmetry. The alphabet H has two axes of symmetry. Now the formation of kite, it has again two axes of symmetry. Now this is somewhere something given in your practice set, some diagrams where you have to draw the axis of symmetry. Now in this particular shape I have two axes of symmetry, vertically and horizontally. When I divide it vertically I get the left and right portion. When I divide it horizontally I get the up and down portion as symmetrical. When it is triangle it has three sides, so three axes of symmetry. When I drew it I got it exactly symmetrical. Now this is the shape of a house. Now this has only one axis of symmetry. If I draw like this and when I fold it, will I get it same? No. Hence this one is done. Why we draw the axis of symmetry? To get it symmetrical on each other. Now last one is it's a plus sign. Again when I draw the axis I get 1, 2, 3 and 4 axes of symmetry. Write the capital letters of the English alphabet in your notebook. Try to draw their axis of symmetry or axis of symmetry. Which ones have one axis, which one have more than one axis of symmetry. So first you will write alphabets A to Z and later on one by one you will try to draw axis of symmetry which when folded by imagination you will get exactly the same figure on the opposite side. Now suppose a letter alphabet A, I am dividing it in the vertical manner and I fold it. It will fall exactly on the other with the same shape and size. B, when I draw axis of symmetry in horizontal and I fold it, I'll get exactly the same of it. So similarly, C has one axis, D has one axis, E horizontally it has one axis, F there is no axis of symmetry. For example, I'll show you. Suppose I draw axis like this and I fold it. Will I get it exactly opposite, same as each other? No, because there is no line over here. So it has no axis of symmetry. Now G, again it has no axis of symmetry. H has two axes of symmetry. I has two axes of symmetry. J has no axis of symmetry. K has only one axis of symmetry. L has no axis of symmetry. M has only one axis of symmetry. Again N has no axis of symmetry. Now you will check how. Suppose I divide it like this. Will I get same on each side? No. If I divide it like this, will I get the same? No. Because here it is joined and here it is just single part. So I won't get any axis of symmetry in N. O has infinite axis of symmetry. P has no axis of symmetry. Q has no axis of symmetry. R has no axis of symmetry. S also has no axis of symmetry. T has only one axis of symmetry. U has one axis of symmetry. V has one axis of symmetry. W has one axis of symmetry. X has two axes of symmetry. Y has one axis of symmetry. Z has no axis of symmetry. Try doing it in your book and write this below, that how which alphabets have one, which alphabets have more than one, and which has no axis of symmetry. Now again an activity, use a color, a thread and a folded paper to draw the symmetrical shapes. Take a plain paper, take a thread and dip it in the color and draw whichever design you have to draw on one side of the paper. After drawing, when you fold it, you get this line in between. Fold it and press it gently with your finger and open the sheet of paper. Take away the thread from that side and whatever design you get is exactly symmetrical. Try doing it in your notebook, max book, and you will understand actually what is symmetrical by doing these activities. Now, symmetrical figure can also be done in the graph paper. Since it is there in your reduced portion, I have presented in the form of images. As you all know now how to plot a graph and how to write, how to read out the units in centimeters and all. It might be easy for you to draw the symmetrical figures as well. Still, we are going to learn it now. There is a shape shown on one side of the graph and in between there is an axis of symmetry kept. Now what you will do to draw the axis, draw the exactly same figure, that is symmetry of this figure. What you will do, you will count the number of units from line L, 1 unit, 2 unit. So this side also you will take 2 units and write point A. Then for point C, from line L, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter. So this side also you will take 4 centimeters like this and then draw point B over, sorry, C over here. And then it is B, it is 1 unit from here. So this side also you will take only 1 unit and plot it point B. And at last you will draw the shape by joining it with your pencil and scale. Understood how to do this in graph paper? We will have some more examples now as to how to do it. Let's move to it. Along each figure shown below, a line L has been drawn. Complete the symmetrical figures by drawing a figure on the other side such that line L becomes the line of symmetry. Now here you have 3 images shown in the graph paper. Take the graph book after drawing last lesson bar graph. The leftover pages you can use for these images. What you will do is you will draw this in the graph book as per the measurements shown here, like whichever this axis of symmetry, and count the number of lines, that is units, and then plot it as a point, then here again a point, then again count the number of lines and plot a point on each side like this, and then draw this figure. After drawing it, since you know how many points are these, you can draw exactly the same on the opposite side as well. Similarly, for other figures, take the axis of symmetry in between. It is in between these two, this one box, and then count the points and as per that do the diagram. And draw the axis of symmetry. Then again the last one, same as the example, you have a triangle shown. Count the point, see when it is drawn over here, count the number of lines like this from the axis and as per that plot a point and then draw the symmetrical figure. Thank you children for listening to the video. If any doubts regarding this, you can ask in the comment section or DCS. Please make it sure that the graphical symmetrical figures are in the reduced portion. It's just for practice to understand. It is not there for your examination or any test. Only to understand how to plot it in graph, you are drawing it, and rest of the part of the lesson you have to learn it. Thank you.